Have you ever walked into your bedroom at night, ready for rest, and yet you toss and turn, mind racing, body aching, sleep just out of reach? Maybe you've told yourself it's just age, just how things are after 60. But what if I told you that the reason you can't sleep well might not be you, but your room itself? Yes, seriously, the very space meant to recharge your body might be draining it instead. And the culprit isn't something dramatic. It's usually the small things, things we leave lying around out of habit, things we never think twice about because they've always been there. But they add up, and they slowly chip away at the deep, healing sleep your body desperately needs to thrive, especially now. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested anymore. It's about survival. It's about keeping your heart strong, your memory clear, and your mood steady. When you're over 60, your body becomes more sensitive to disruption. What used to be a mild annoyance in your 30s, like a bit of noise or some clutter, can now throw off your entire night's rest and with it, your next day's energy, digestion, balance, even your blood pressure. So in today's conversation, we're going to talk heart to heart about 5 quiet, sneaky little things that may be in your bedroom right now. And I'm asking you with love to let them go, because the truth is, when you clear these things out, you make space for something far more valuable: peace, vitality, and years added to your life. Let's start with one that might sound silly, but trust me, it's not. And that's electronics. I know. Your phone, your tablet, your TV, maybe even your laptop. These things feel harmless. Convenient, familiar. You've probably told yourself, I just check it for a few minutes before bed. Or I need it for background noise to fall asleep. But here's the hard truth. Those glowing screens emit a type of blue light that tells your brain, hey, it's daytime, stay awake. It throws off your internal clock, what scientists call your circadian rhythm, and keeps your brain buzzing even hours after you've powered down. And even if you do fall asleep with the TV on or the phone beside your bed, that sleep isn't deep. It's choppy. It's shallow. Your body never fully slips into the restorative stages it needs to clean out toxins from your brain and repair your cells. That's right. Your body does some of its most important healing work only during deep sleep and blue light. It's like a flashing "do not disturb" sign taped to your body's natural healing systems. So here's what you can do tonight. Charge your phone in the hallway. Use a good old-fashioned alarm clock instead of your device. And if you must watch something before bed, try doing it in the living room. And give yourself at least 30 to 60 minutes away from screens before lying down. Give your brain that cue. It's time to wind down. You deserve that peace. Now, I want to talk about another bedroom invader. And this one might surprise you. It's clutter, and I don't just mean piles of laundry or old magazines. I'm talking about the invisible weight that clutter puts on your nervous system. You may not realize it, but your brain processes your environment even when you're not thinking about it. When your bedroom has too many objects, mismatched piles, unfinished projects, or just stuff, your brain doesn't relax. It stays in a subtle state of alert. Your body thinks something's not finished here, something's off, and here's where it hits harder after 60. You might not have the same energy you once did to sort, organize, clean, so the clutter piles up slowly, quietly, and before you know it, your bedroom becomes a space of mental noise instead of serenity. And what's worse, that sense of chaos can increase feelings of anxiety, depression, or restlessness, especially during nighttime, when everything feels louder in the dark. So here's what I encourage you to do starting today. You don't have to Marie Kondo your entire life. Just start with one small thing, clear your nightstand, and just that, remove anything that doesn't serve your peace. Old receipts, toss them. A book you haven't touched in 6 months, put it back on the shelf. A glass from yesterday. Wash it and replace it with fresh water. By taking this tiny action, you send a message to your brain. This is a place of peace. You're safe here. You can rest. And slowly, bit by bit, that sense of calm will begin to take root. Your breath will slow. Your heart rate will settle. Your body will remember how to relax again. Now I want to talk about a third thing that doesn't belong in your sacred sleeping space. And that's anything with a bright, blinking, buzzing, or glowing light. I'm talking digital clocks with neon red numbers, power strips with blinking blue dots, plug-in air fresheners that glow green all night, or even night lights that are too bright. You may think, oh, it's just a little light, it doesn't bother me. But here's the sneaky part. Your eyes still detect light even when they're closed. The eyelids may block the worst of it, but your brain picks up on that signal, and it keeps your melatonin in levels from rising fully. Melatonin is that magical little hormone that tells your body, hey, let's shut things down, let's rest. And when your melatonin is suppressed, so is your sleep quality. You may fall asleep eventually, sure, but you'll wake up more, you'll dream less, you'll get less of that nourishing soul, deep rest that makes you feel alive the next day. So, here's your nighttime challenge. Go through your room tonight and cover or unplug anything that glows, blinks, or buzzes. Tape a piece of paper over the bright clock. Use an eye mask if you need to. Get black-out curtains if streetlights sneak through your window. Your sleep is sacred, and the darker your room, the deeper your healing. And if you're wondering if these little changes are worth it, just wait until you feel the difference. Just wait until your mornings feel lighter, your mind clearer, your body more energized. It's like turning the volume down on the outside world and letting your inner peace speak up for once. Now that we've tackled what electronics, clutter, and light can do to your rest, there's another sneaky culprit waiting in the wings. Something soft, familiar, even comforting, but possibly harmful in ways most people never suspect. Let's talk about that next. You know, one of the strangest things about life is how the things that comfort us can sometimes be the very things that quietly steal our peace. That's exactly the case with what we're going to talk about next. Your bedding, and no, I'm not talking about getting the latest memory foam or luxury sheets. I'm talking about something far more basic, your old mattress and pillows. Here's the honest truth most people avoid saying. If your mattress is over 8 years old, it's probably not helping your sleep anymore. In fact, it may be doing the opposite. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to pressure points. The mattress that felt just fine 10 years ago could now be pressing into your hips, your back, or your neck in ways that keep you tossing and turning all night. And pillows, phew, let's talk about those. So many folks over 60 are still sleeping on pillows that look like they've been through a civil war. Flat, lumpy, lifeless. If your pillow can fold in half like a slice of bread and stay that way, it's time to let it go. A good pillow should support your neck in a neutral position, not force it into a weird angle that leaves you waking up with stiffness, or worse, migraines. Now, I know it can feel like a big step to go out and replace your mattress or pillows. It's not just about money. It's the hassle, the choices, the idea of parting with something familiar. But listen, this is about your spine, your circulation, your healing. Sleep isn't just about being unconscious for a few hours. It's the foundation of everything your body needs to stay alive and functioning after 60. If you wake up sore, stiff, or tired, your body is trying to tell you, this isn't working anymore. And here's the poetic part: investing in a good bed is like telling your body, you matter. I care about your rest. I want you to keep going strong. It's a kind of love letter to yourself. Because you deserve to sleep without pain. You deserve a space that holds you gently, not one that pushes you into discomfort night after night. All right, now let's look at something that often gets overlooked, but plays a big role in the quality of your sleep, and even your long-term health. I'm talking about fragrances. Yep, those plug-in air fresheners, those candles you light before bed, even that scented laundry detergent you use on your sheets. They might smell nice, sure, but many of them are laced with synthetic chemicals that your body absorbs while you sleep. Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up with a dry mouth, a mild headache, or even irritation in your eyes, and couldn't figure out why? That sweet, smelling lavender spray you spritzed on your pillow might be the culprit. Most artificial fragrances release volatile organic compounds (VOCs) that sound like something out of a chemistry textbook, and honestly, they kind of are. And your lungs, while you sleep, breathe all of that in for hours, night after night. Now, I know this might sound dramatic, but it's real. These compounds have been linked to everything from respiratory irritation to hormone disruption. And after 60, when your immune system is working a bit harder and your body is a little more vulnerable, you don't want to be taking in anything toxic while you're trying to heal. Nighttime should be a sacred, clean space, not a chemical experiment. So here's a simple, no-stress solution. Swap out artificial scents for something natural. If you love the idea of scent while you sleep, use essential oils with a diffuser. Lavender, chamomile, or eucalyptus can be soothing and safe when used in moderation. Better yet, let your bedroom smell like clean air. Open a window for a few minutes during the day. Let the breeze in. Let the space breathe. Your body will thank you. And while we're on the topic of toxins, there's one more sneaky little detail I need to mention. It's your cleaning supplies, that bottle of room spray you keep under the bed, that bug repellent you sprayed near the windows last week, even that old can of furniture polish you used and forgot to cap properly. These things may not be in plain sight, but they linger in the air, especially in a room with low ventilation. You might not notice the scent, but your lungs notice the chemicals, and here's the kicker: you spend 1/3 of your life in your bedroom. That's more time than you spend in your kitchen, your living room, even your bathroom. So what you breathe in there, what your skin touches, what your body absorbs, it all matters more than we realize. Clean air, soft bedding, calm surroundings, these aren't luxuries. They're medicine for your nerves, for your heart, for your sleep. If you've been struggling to get good rest and waking up feeling more tired than when you went to bed, don't ignore it. Don't blame it on aging. Sometimes it's not that you're getting older. It's that your environment hasn't aged with you. Your bedroom may still be set up for who you were 20 years ago, not who you are now, and now is the time to reimagine it. With care, with love, with intention. You don't need fancy gadgets or expensive upgrades to protect your sleep. You need simplicity. You need quiet. You need a room that says, here, you are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. And sometimes the most powerful act of self-care is subtraction, not adding more, but taking away what no longer serves you. Whether that's harsh lighting, old pillows, synthetic fragrances, or buzzing electronics, your peace is worth the effort to let them go. Now, there's still one final piece to this puzzle, one last thing hiding in plain sight that could be quietly sabotaging your rest every single night. Let's open our eyes to it together. There's one more thing we need to talk about. One last guest that's taken up residence in many bedrooms, sitting quietly in the corner like it's earned a permanent spot, when in reality it's overstayed its welcome. And that's your chair. Now, hear me out. I'm not talking about the comfy reading chair you actually use. The one by the window where you sip your tea and crack open a good book before bed. That chair has purpose, it belongs. I'm talking about the forgotten chair, the one you haven't sat on in years because it's buried under clothes, the one that's become a shrine to yesterday's laundry, the bag you meant to unpack, or that jacket you swore you'd hang up tomorrow. You see, the chair itself isn't the problem. It's what it represents. When we allow clutter to collect in one spot, especially a spot that's meant to serve a restful purpose, we send a signal to our brains that something is unfinished. That nagging little voice at the back of your mind that whispers, "You still have things to do." That voice grows louder when your eyes land on that overloaded chair right before bed. It may seem small, a pile of clothes here, a handbag there, maybe some unopened mail, but your brain doesn't sort through that visually and say, "Oh, no worries, I'll deal with that tomorrow." Instead, it says, "Alert, messy, disorganized, we're not safe to rest yet." It may sound dramatic, but your brain's wiring hasn't changed in thousands of years. It still links clutter with chaos, and chaos, that means danger, and danger means don't sleep deeply. Your body holds on to tension without you even realizing it. That little pile of laundry becomes a symbol of all the things you haven't finished. And that feeling, it follows you into sleep. You dream more anxiously. You wake up more often. You carry that low-level stress into the morning like a heavy coat you didn't ask for. So what's the fix? You don't need to toss the chair, you just need to reclaim it. Clear it off, give it a job. Let it hold a blanket, maybe a book and a soft pillow. Turn it into a nook you enjoy again, not a drop zone for everything you don't feel like dealing with. If it's beyond saving and just takes up space, be bold enough to remove it completely. Make room for stillness. Let your bedroom breathe again. Now, let's take a moment here, because this isn't just about furniture or gadgets or lighting. It's about creating a sacred space, a room that supports the very thing your body needs most in this season of life: deep, uninterrupted, nourishing sleep. You've earned that rest. You've carried so much for so long. You've spent decades showing up for others, working hard, doing the right thing, even when it was hard. Now, your bedroom should return the favor. And when we talk about living longer, let's be clear. This isn't just some inspirational fluff. The science backs it up. Seniors who consistently get quality sleep lower their risk for heart disease, Alzheimer's, depression, even falls and fractures. Sleep is not passive, it's power. It's your body's built-in repair mode, and you don't need a miracle supplement or expensive device to access it. You just need the courage to make some space. Let's take a breath together, right here. Inhale, exhale. Imagine your bedroom, decluttered, quiet, dark, and calm. The electronics are out of reach. The mattress supports you just right. There are no harsh lights blinking in the corner. There's no chemical scent floating through the air. And that old chair, it's either gone or it's holding something beautiful again. You step into that room at night, and it wraps around you like a soft blanket of peace. No buzzing, no pressure, just permission to let go. And you know what happens when your room feels like that. Your body says, "Thank you." It relaxes faster, your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, you fall asleep quicker, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling not younger exactly, but lighter. Stronger, more you. The version of you that's vibrant and full of spark. That version still lives in you. It just needs better rest to show up again. So let's make this more than just a video. Let this be a quiet little revolution in your life. Tonight, walk into your bedroom with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, what here is helping me rest? And what's stealing my energy without me even realizing it? Be honest, be gentle, and then take action even if it's small. Maybe you unplug the TV. Maybe you fold those clothes. Maybe you throw out the plug-in that gives you a headache. Maybe you even roll up your sleeves and move that creaky old chair out of the room completely. Whatever it is, do it with love, not punishment. This isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing peace. And if you've made it this far with me, I want to say something straight from the heart. I see you. I see the effort you put in every day to take care of yourself, even when it feels hard. I see how much you still want to grow, learn, live well, and yes, sleep better. And you can. Small changes, real change. That's how it starts. And every step you take to protect your sleep is a step toward a brighter, longer, more joyful life. If this conversation meant something to you, if it gave you that little nudge you've been needing, go ahead and let me know in the comments. What's one thing you're ready to remove from your bedroom tonight? I'd love to hear your story, your wins, even your challenges. This space isn't just mine, it's ours. And if you haven't yet, tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so we can keep walking this path together. I'll be here with more gentle wisdom, more practical tips, and more reminders that you are not too old, not too late, and not alone. Here's to deeper rest, lighter mornings, and longer life, one peaceful night at a time. Sleep well, my friend. You've earned it. Now let's talk about something that most people wouldn't even consider a threat to their sleep or their longevity. It doesn't buzz, it doesn't beep, and it doesn't glow in the dark, but it has more power to disturb your peace than you might think. I'm talking about the past. Yes, you heard me right. Sometimes the thing we need to remove from our bedroom isn't a gadget or a scent. It's an emotion. A memory, an old photograph, an item tucked in the back of your nightstand drawer that brings up sadness, regret, or longing every time your eyes fall on it. And you'd be surprised how much emotional clutter lives in the very room we're supposed to rest in. Think about it. Have you ever walked into your bedroom and instantly felt heavy, even though you couldn't quite explain why? Maybe it's that old wedding picture staring back at you with a face that's no longer here. Maybe it's a letter you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, or a box of keepsakes from a life that's changed. There's no shame in that. It's human. We all carry things that meant something once, but when they live too close to where you lay your head each night, they can quietly take a toll. Because here's the truth, emotions have weight. Unfinished grief has a gravity, and sleep, real healing sleep, only comes when the heart feels safe, when the mind can let go, and when the room around you doesn't whisper memories that tug at your soul every time the lights go out. Now, I'm not telling you to throw away your life story. Absolutely not. Your memories are sacred. They matter, but maybe they belong in a memory box on a shelf or in another part of the home where you can honor them intentionally. Your bedroom, though, it deserves to be a sanctuary for this version of you, the present you, the person you've become, with all the wisdom and resilience you've earned along the way. Let me tell you something that no one says enough. You are still becoming, even after 60. Even after 70 or 80. You are still unfolding, and your space should reflect hope, not sorrow, presence, not nostalgia, comfort, not ghosts. It's okay to bless those old items, thank them for what they meant, and then move them out of the room where you rest. You're not erasing the past, you're simply making room for better nights and brighter mornings. And with that, my dear friend, we come full circle. We started this conversation with a simple question: what's in your bedroom that's quietly stealing your peace? And now we've peeled back the layers, the electronics, the harsh lighting, the chemical fragrances, the cluttered chair, and finally, the unspoken heaviness of the past. Each one of these things on their own might not seem like much, but together, they can create an atmosphere that keeps your body tense, your mind restless, and your sleep shallow. And over time, that affects more than just how you feel. It affects how long you live, because deep, uninterrupted sleep isn't a luxury after 60. It's your medicine. It's the natural fuel your body needs to fight inflammation, lower your blood pressure, support your brain, and keep your heart beating strong. When you sleep well, you heal, and healing is what keeps you vibrant, alert, and fully here for all the little joys of life. So what now? Now you walk into your bedroom with new eyes. You see it not as a room to crash in, but as a sacred space. A place where your nervous system softens, where your shoulders drop, where your heart slows down and whispers, yes, this is peace. You make changes not because someone told you to, but because you deserve to sleep in a space that honors your well-being. You take out the noise, you clear out the chaos, you let go of things that don't serve you anymore. And what you're left with, stillness, warmth, safety, that's not just sleep hygiene, that's soul hygiene. So tonight, as you fluff your pillow, turn off the lights, and pull the blanket up to your chin, know this: you've done something good. Not just for your sleep, but for your life. You chose to protect your peace, and that choice echoes into every cell of your body. You are not too old to change. You're not too late to feel better. You're exactly where you need to be. And the best part, tomorrow morning you'll wake up a little clearer, a little stronger, a little more you. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you're going to make tonight? Share it in the comments. We're building a community of wise, awake souls who are learning how to care for themselves in this season of life. And your voice matters here. If this video helped you or inspired you in any way, go ahead and give it a like. It helps more people find this message. And if you want more videos like this real talk, with real care, hit that subscribe button and join our little corner of calm on the internet. You don't need a younger body to feel more alive. You need better rest, a clearer space, and a heart that knows it's safe to let go. Here's to sleeping deeper, waking brighter, and living longer, with joy, with grace, and with peace. Good night, and thank you for being here.